Money is a result.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what everybody doesn't understand. Money is a result. You're the cause. That's the effect. You are the root of your success. People say to me all the time, hey, Harv, how do I be successful? How do I be a success? I say, if you want to be a success, you have to be a success. You have to be the success. When you are the success, then everything you touch will be a success.
Everyone can be rich, actually. But a lot of people say, well, I don't really want to be rich. I don't want to do what it takes to be rich. But I want to be comfortable. Now, that's a problem right there, by the way, because comfort and convenience are the kiss of death to success. So you have to be willing to be uncomfortable in order to grow. And all that means is that you're going to be able to do something different than you've been doing before. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always got. You got to switch it up. But that's the problem, isn't it? The problem is most people can't switch it up. They want to, and they will for exactly one day. And if they're good, maybe 2 days. But it's hard to keep it up. Why? Because we're creatures of habit. You will need to change your habits. Don't try to change them all at once because it won't happen. You're going to have to change one main habit at a time. Now, if you can just change one habit, I promise you this, your life will change.
I just want entrepreneurs to know, number one, you're in the right place at the right time. But it has to be the right you in the right place at the right time. Number two, why I say that is because the definition of an entrepreneur or a person in business or even a person in a job is a person who solves problems for people at a profit or for pay. So what are you? You are a problem solver. The biggest mistake almost everyone makes in the world of business and finance and money is they go out and they look for opportunities. Bad move. Go ahead. What's an opportunity? How do you know? It's almost impossible to find. Right? So don't look for opportunities. Look for problems. Look for problems. Solve a specific problem for a specific person. Duplicate that. The end result is rich. Yeah. If you want to be rich, don't focus on money. Don't focus on rich. Focus on solving a problem, a specific problem for a lot of people.
Imagine for a moment you're with a 5-year-old child and you're walking down the street and you come across this ice cream store. And you go into the ice cream store and you order this single scoop of ice cream on a cone because they don't have any cups. Now, you give it to the child, and of course, because they're only 5 years old, they have little hands, and they kind of just wobbling out the door. And just as they're out, as they're going out the door hits their hand, and the scoop of ice cream falls on the ground. Of course, they get very upset. They begin to cry. And being the kind and generous person that you are, what do? You go back into the store. And just as you're about to order this other scoop of ice cream, the child sees the poster of the triple scooper on the wall. And they go, I want that triple scoop. And now, because you're a kind and generous person, what do? Do you now get them the triple scoop or you don't? No, of course not. Why would you set them up to fail? They couldn't even handle one scoop. What, are you going to load them down with 3 scoops now? Now, you might be laughing, except for one thing. There's a universe, the universe. And the universe has a principle of management. And the universe says this: until you show you can handle what you've already got, you won't get any more. The Bible says the same thing. To he who hath, more shall be given. Most people are running around with 1 or 2 scoops, dripping all over the place. They have a financial mess on their hands, and they have no foundation, and they go, what? Give me more, give me more, give me more. And the universe, in its support of you, is saying, not until you clean that up.
Every decision you make comes from you. It's your decision. So whether you make a lot of money or little money are a result of the choices that you make and the actions that you take, right? So they all come from the root of you. So literally,
We're talking about the possibilities of when you invest in yourself, when you invest in your mindset, your attitude, when you invest in your character, when you invest in learning more about your habits and changing those habits, when you invest in your personal development, you know, you're going to take a shortcut to that success. Because as I said, it could take 20, 25 years to get a big return on your financial investment, but how long does it actually take to get a return on your personal growth investment? Well, it's different for everybody. It depends on what kind of tree you are. All right, what do I mean by that? There are some trees that when you plant the seeds, they just sprout the next year. They go from, you know, from nothing to 2 feet in a year, and then they just keep on going. And they grow to a certain height, okay? Let's say this height. But then there's other trees. Take the bamboo tree, for example. You know the bamboo story, where basically you plant the bamboo seed. And a year later you come back and you check on your bamboo tree, and there is no tree. How come? Because it's still under the ground. 2 years later you come back and you come check on your tree, no tree. There's nothing to see. 3 years later, no tree. 4 years later, no tree. You start to wonder, there's no tree here. This thing must not have taken hold. The 5th year you come back, not only do you see a tree, you see a tree that could actually be 50 feet high in only 1 year. How come? Because what was it doing for the 4 previous years? It was growing its roots really, really deep, really, really strong, so that it could handle that extreme skyrocketing growth when it came out of the ground. So a lot of you are fast-growing trees from the very beginning, but you got to have stamina. That's why you have to keep on working on yourself. You have to keep on investing in yourself so that you don't just grow and then plop over by the first wind that goes by, right? And a lot of you are bamboo trees. You are growing deep, deep roots, and then you're going to all of a sudden sprout, grow really high, and you'll keep it because your roots are deep. One way or the other, you have to invest in yourself. You have to keep growing.